Welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast, your go-to source for everything on the Las Vegas Raiders. Whether you're a diehard motherfucker like me, or just getting to know Raider Nation, our passionate hosts are here to bring you all the excitement on Raiders football. I'm Shit Show Joe, and welcome to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. Let's go, Raiders! If not, fuck your team.
All right, Raider Nation. And on today's episode, we're going to answer where the Raiders go next. We've seen the signing of Geno Smith. We've seen the signing of Spillane to the Patriots. We've seen Trayvon Merrick signed by the Panthers. We've seen Jeremy Chinn signed by the Raiders. We've seen Nate Hobbs signed as well and long gone. Where do the Raiders go next? I got my family here to answer those questions. I got my boy, James, representing TBH Military Chapter. Let them know where they can find you at, baby.
You can follow us on Instagram at TBH_military_chapter, or you can find us on Facebook at the Black Hole Military Chapter.
We got our boy representing TBH Sacktown, Steven. Let them know where they can find you at, baby.
Oh yeah, Instagram, TBH_Sacramento_chapter. And then on Facebook, TBH Sacramento. Shenanigans is the place to be for all our watch parties, Citrus Heights, California.
Representing TBH West Coast, I got my boy, Matty. Let them know where they can find us at, baby.
What's up, fam? You can find us at every outlet there is, man. You can go to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any of them. You'll find us at TBH Western Colorado.
And representing DFW for life, our girl, Lady Val. Let them know where they can find you at, baby.
Shakertons in Midtown Dallas. Yeah.
All right. And I'm your boy, Raider Will, and I'm the captain of this ship. And as we said, we see the free agency frenzy. We see everything that's happening. Where do the Raiders go next? Who do they draft? Who do they fill in holes? James, get the party started, baby.
All right, you already know. First round, I know we picked up Geno, but I'm staying strong, and I'm riding with my boy. It's going to be the jet flying, limousine riding, dice rolling, wheeling, and dealing, bad motherfucker Shedeur Sanders. That's my number one pick. That is the quarterback of the future, and that is exactly what the Raiders need. He works perfectly to be the backup under Geno. Now my second round pick, I'm going to go with, I think we should go after possibly a running back. Second round, I like the idea of, I would like the idea of Ashton Genty's second round, but I don't think he's going to be there. So second round, I think we're going to have, hopefully we get our hands on maybe Hendrickson. I like the idea of Hendrickson or Cam Scatterbu in the second round. And then for my third round, I really like the idea of snagging a linebacker, because since we're really lacking, so I'm going to go with my guy, Carson Schweisner out of UCLA. I think he'd be an excellent pick. He's not very top heavy, but he has premier speed and he goes through his progressions real quick. And I think he'd be an excellent addition to our Mike Will 4-3 defense and really help with that some of that coverage that we're lacking in the middle.
Okay. I like it. Yo, Steven, let me know who you got on your radar. What holes are they going to fill for us, baby?
So I think we can go a lot of directions in the first round. Now, I don't deep dive into the draft that much, so I don't know a lot of guys later on in the rounds. But as far as the first round goes, that number 6 pick, I wouldn't be mad if they decide to go Shedeur Sanders, because I trust Pete Carroll, and if he thinks that's the guy, then hey, let's do it. But there's so many directions we can go. We still need to fill running back. We need to fill places on the defense. there's certain guys that I think are going to fall to us at 6, and if Graham or Carter or some of those guys are still there at 6, I almost would want to go that defensive side, especially if Graham's sitting there at defensive end at number 6. In second round, if Dart is still there, I wouldn't mind picking him up at quarterback and having him sit for a couple of years behind Geno. And either way, at some point we got to get a running back in this draft. And I hear it's a deep at running back, deep at defensive tackle. So I hear people saying Genty at 6 too. I don't know if it's good to pick a running back that early, but yeah, I hear
James has an opinion, but this isn't James's opinion. This is your opinion.
It's crazy. The Geno thing, it shakes it up, man. It's because they can go so many directions at 6 now. You know, they don't have to go quarterback. But I mean, I'm intrigued by Shedeur Sanders as well. And I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they drafted him at 6.
All right. Matty B.
Right, I'm gonna go a little different direction here. If we sit at number 6 with the Geno Smith signing, I think we pass on Shedeur, or he's not there when he comes to us, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with defense on my first pick, and I'm gonna go with Mason Graham. I think he could fall to us at number 6, the defensive lineman from Michigan. I think he could really help us out. Next to Max Crosby would be freaking pretty sweet. I think second round, I think we could probably pick up maybe Demetrius Knight, linebacker out of South Carolina. I think he'd be there. He'd be a pretty good, solid linebacker. Got some pretty good tape. And then third round, if he's there, this is one guy I like in the draft. Offensive line for an offensive guard, I like Gray Zebel out of North Dakota State University. Dude's a baller, man. I mean, that dude is a mauler, bro. You put that dude on a guard next to JPJ or Glaze or Miller on either side of him, and bro, I tell you what, that's the strongest side of your line right there. So those would be my 3 picks.
All right, sis. I know you just got on. You probably got your workout done. You're out there all hot, sweaty, bothered, everything like that. Yo, hit me with your first 3 picks to help the Raiders that you've been keeping your eye on, or your first, or any player that you're like, hey, this guy can help us. Let us know.
Yeah, if the Raiders can re-sign Madison, don't stretch your face up, bud.
We ain't talking. We talking draft.
So,
we ain't talking re-signing.
I know.
You're a show late.
I know. I can't say his name. What it starts with a J?
Genty?
Yeah, him.
So you like the running back out of Boise?
Do not judge me. Yes. And then I was talking to Alan earlier, and he threw out a few names for me to go research. So I like. Is it Walker or Waller?
Oh, Kayvon Walker, linebacker, Georgia.
Walker. Yeah, him.
Dude. Okay, sis. Gosh, man, she took my thunder. Literally.
Did I steal it?
Took my thunder. I'm telling you guys right now, when I saw Spillane leave, I said, if we have to go defense with our first round, I ain't going to be mad if Kayvon Walker's name gets called, because that dude is an absolute monster. I mean, hey, you're talking about a legitimate Division I linebacker, a true Mike, a guy that's sideline to sideline, runs a 4.5. Guys, this is Ray Lewis now. This type of guy is a sideline to sideline linebacker that can fill holes and bring the pain. Now, do I understand that we have to go to quarterback? Yes. But if you feel like that guy isn't there and you feel like your quarterback on defense is available and you can go that young at linebacker, I love Spillane. But at $37.5 million, I don't like him.
Not when you can't cover.
You get Kayvon Walker at a reduced price, a general on your field on defense. Hey, man, that's a plug and play. That's a plug and play player. Tell me right now that guy would not start on this defense.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
Right.
we don't have a linebacker one.
Hey, tell me he's not a linebacker one. Tell me he's not a linebacker one, James.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, we don't have a
No,
linebacker one.
no. But I'm telling you right now, is he a linebacker one in your book? You see him? Is he a linebacker one?
Yeah, he would easily be better than everybody on our roster.
But I'm no. I'm asking.
Hold on.
You think he's a legit linebacker one?
Yes, I think he's a legit linebacker one. But I also think half of our linebacker roster as it stands would be linebacker threes on a lot of teams.
Well, hey, it's all right. We're not looking at him to be linebacker
Roberts is a
three.
starter.
You feel like Roberts is a starter?
Landon Roberts?
Yeah.
He's a starter.
Oh.
He's
You
he's
feel
gonna
like
have the green. He's gonna have the green dot this year.
Woo! There we go. Yeah, Mal?
Oh, I was just saying peace because I just realized I didn't do my piece today. I'm sorry. I'm like a squirrel. My bad. I'm sorry.
I can't even see Val. She's a black screen.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Don't even
She's
know what
always-
you're wearing tonight, Val.
Black.
Oh, dude, let's not get into that. But yo, like we said, Kayvon Walker, plug and play. I mean, like literally, yes. And I'm telling you right now, he would plug and play on most defenses in the NFL. The guy, another guy that plays linebacker that's legit is the kid from Alabama.
Hold up, I'll find him right here.
What's the last name? Campbell or something like that?
Yeah.
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 That kid, can come in, and I'd be like, and this is where, hey, I love it because I say we have depth there. Maybe that's what the Raiders are seeing because I'm telling you right now, guys, I was like, how did we let Spillane go? The heart and soul of this team.
Money.
But maybe, and this is Pete Carroll's known for defense, so I'm going to rely on Pete Carroll. He says, hey, man, I see a younger version of this cat, a better version of this cat in this guy, and we can get him in the second or third round.
That's why I said Demetrius Knight. I think he could probably kick that guy up. I think he'd be there too in round 2.
And this is what I'm seeing. So that's the direction I think the Raiders will go is say, hey, we will see one of the top 3 picks be defense. And don't be amazed if it's the second pick. If it's the first pick and there's a quarterback on the board, it will be a shocker. They will pass on that. If they said that their evaluation isn't there on him and they pass on him, then I'm going to give some serious credit to management because they got some cojones. Because Raider Nation is clamoring for them to take a quarterback at that spot. But, guys, open floor. I want you guys to tell me what you guys think. If I'm wrong, am I wrong? Going linebacker at 1? If you see linebacker potential at 1.
I don't see us going linebacker at 1, honestly. I think we stick to offense at 1, honestly.
I think
we go offense.
I mean, if we go defense, I think it's gonna be linemen, dude. I think there's a lot of guys that are on the line that are better than the backers that are out there.
No, I don't think we're gonna go defensive linemen.
So
go ahead, James.
If Mason Graham falls to you, you tell me if Mason Graham falls to you at 6, you're not gonna pick him up.
Graham.
I will answer that. Hey, So I will answer that. I'm gonna let James. James, go ahead. I'm gonna answer your question in 1 second. I gotta get it composed. I gotta get it together.
So I think if you go a first round pick and you go defense and you pick another lineman, I think it's like I kind of feel like it's overdoing that position because you already re-signed Coons. You're gonna probably re-sign Chasen. You still got Tyree Wilson who still needs to
He's
get
not
his
defensive
shit
end though.
together.
He doesn't play defensive end. He's
But
defensive
he's
tackle.
gonna need rotation inside. His best position
He's
is playing D
he's
tackle.
he,
Yeah,
yeah, and then he's rotating. I think look
Why'd I thought
the
he
way
was
I
an
see
end?
it. If
My Graham was an end.
Yeah.
I think if
Yeah.
we go defense first round, I think the only suitable player in my opinion that should be defense going first round to the Raiders is Will Johnson.
See, and
Ooh,
I'm the
corner.
opposite. I don't think we go corner. We've had so
I
much
think
bad luck with first
I
round corners that I don't. And he's coming off an injury. I mean, I don't see us picking. I don't go with
Juju.
Will Johnson.
but I don't think we have a dependable cornerback one right now. Really, I really don't.
Ju-
I think it's a damn drop in the bucket. To be honest, I think it's up in the air. Jack,
Corey and
I
Bennett
think
was
it's Corey
having a
and
great
Bennett.
year
you know,
before he got hurt.
I mean Bennett had a great year, but what about Jack Jones? I mean, everybody picks on Jack Jones for a reason.
Yeah,
No,
There's
yeah,
a reason
and
everyone
I think,
throws at
I
Jack
don't
Jones.
I don't disagree with you on that side.
yeah, I'm with you on that one too.
I also think Jack Jones is kind of a little bit toxic to the locker room because as far as what I've seen from his play, yes, he has a couple good plays every once in a while. And I saw trouble with Jack Jones as soon as he got in that fight with that Chargers player last season. I already just saw trouble in paradise. My thing is, I think Jack Jones just makes very selfish decisions on the field. I think he makes too many decisions thinking about himself and not thinking about his teammates.
Mm-hmm.
Disagree there, bro.
I can't
And
disagree either.
this is why I don't want the Rolex wearing, limousine riding, shotgun shooting, because I feel it's the same way. Yo, yes, it's the truth, man. I'm telling you, you make one mistake and you're hyped up. The thing that I feel with Shedeur is when he's on, he is on. The problem is the antics off the field and everything that you bring. Jack Jones, same way. When he's on, he is on. Great player, makes a lot of differences. But when you're bringing that type of attitude, that type of swagger, that type of heat to your team, you better be producing at an all-time high. You better be glossing like Paul Wall's grill. Straight up. Because you know what? You put that type of shine on yourself. You put that type of shine on your team. Do the Raiders want that? He wants that quarterback that doesn't want it at corner.
I like Jack Jones, but that was an Antonio Pierce guy, and he's got to prove himself, or he's not going to be there.
Ooh, hey, you ain't lying. He hit the nail on the head. Jack Jones is an AP guy. He's going to have to show up because Pete Carroll ain't going to be like, hey, we're buddy. You know, and hey, we were all watching the games last year. Tell me how many times were you like, where is Jack Jones? What is he doing? Why is he not in the spot that he's supposed to be in?
I want to know why Jack Jones didn't make half the tackles he should have.
Bro, accountability. Let's be, and that's, I think, one of the main reasons AP isn't here is accountability. Holding people responsible to a certain degree and being like, hey, man, we had a lot of huff and puff. We're going to be tough. We're going to freaking make sure that we hold guys accountable. Hey, man, that guy just got burned. He's still on the field.
Yeah. He made business decisions. He's still on the field.
Yep. But, yo, Raider Nation, What I
You
want to
gotta answer
know.
my question.
Oh, Zabel.
No. If Mason Graham falls to you at 6, do
Mason
you not
Graham
take
falls to
Mason
me
Graham?
at 6. The reason I don't take Mason Graham at 6 is because I already spent $100 million on Christian Wilkins. I spent $12 million on Malcolm Kuntz. I spent $31 million on Max Crosby. I have a first round draft pick going from the inside out, looking for rotational spots in Tyree Wilson that showed promise playing inside the last 5 games of last season. That is why I don't go in a position, because that position now I feel is also saturated with a lot of talent. And the Raiders have done one thing, and this offseason has proved it, is that they loaded up on the most important position on defense for defenses now, and probably for a while since it's a passing league. Defensive line. Adam Butler re-signed 16 mil, 3 years.
I
saw
think
that
I
he
still
was.
see Adam
I
Butler as a
see that,
rotational
but
player. Like I don't see him as
Uh,
a like full
Dude,
time starter. I see him as more in the rotation.
Adam Butler last year showed up and shelled out. I'd be like, with no Christian Wilkins, with half of Max Crosby, with no Malcolm Kuntz. Tell me how many times we were all like, "Oh, who's that? That's Butler?
Yeah.
Oh, damn!"
I think the way I would describe Butler's play, and I think what makes him so great for our team going forward, is I feel like Adam Butler is the player that comes through on the defensive line when you least expect it.
And you know what?
He's that X factor player.
yeah,
I can agree with that.
I don't
And
disagree.
what
I
I
just don't
like
think
is,
I don't think you can have too many players at your
I'm
most
in the
important
same boat. Like
positions,
it's almost
offense
like
and defensive line.
it's almost kind of like how we did last year when we had the tight end that we drafted the year before, and then we picked Brock Bowers. You know, like if he falls to
get it.
you, he's almost best player available at that point. You know what I mean? So that's why I just say you have to go with him.
Okay, so I'll hit you guys with this. Okay, so think about it as a coach. How are you going to get these guys sufficient reps in order for them to be efficient, happy, and continue to grow?
You don't worry about them being happy. You play who's the best.
No,
That's
you
it.
play who's best, but I'd be like, at the end of the day, Steven, if you got 3 guys playing at a Pro Bowl level and saying like, dude, I need reps, I want my reps.
That's when you trade them and you get value out of them.
Trade bait. You keep the younger one.
But I
you
mean,
get
like, you
enough
want to
value,
trade,
but you need
but
that.
you're
You
going
keep
to
the
trade.
younger cheaper.
So let me ask you this. So you guys would trade if we came to it this year, if you drafted him, okay? Who is going to take Christian Wilkins' contract at $100 million plus?
So let me ask you this. So I think
plus give you the trade value that you're looking for.
I think it'd be Adam Butler would be the odd man out in that situation.
I think it would be Adam Butler. I don't think it would be Christian Wilkins, honestly. But if we did, it depends on Christian Wilkins' play this year. If Christian Wilkins plays like he was supposed to play this last year, Christian Wilkins is one of the best defensive tackles in the league. He can be one of the best defensive tackles in the league. And he's proven that. So I mean, he is worth it. I think the reason why they gave him such a bad rep is because he got injured early. But it's not really necessary. I mean, it is on him, but I mean, nobody's seen it coming, man. That's like saying, hey, we signed Max. I'm not saying any shit about that. But that's like saying, hey, I just signed fucking Myles Garrett, you know? And then he goes and hurts himself. But is that a bad signing? No, I mean, yeah, because you got hurt. But at the end of the day, it's not a bad signing. You know what I mean? So.
But, okay. Go ahead, James. Go ahead.
I think something I noticed with Christian Wilkins, I mean, Christian Wilkins caught some flack, but I think as someone, I watched the preseason, right? So as someone who watched the preseason, I do remember seeing Wilkins come out for that first quarter. And I remember when they had Crosby out there, and I remember thinking, okay, I'm excited to see this. AP's hyped this up. Everyone's hyped this up. And then I remember just feeling like Christian Wilkins looked like he was crazy out of shape and just not ready to go. He did not come off as the Christian Wilkins I was seeing in Miami. In my opinion, when I first saw him take that first snap, I just didn't see it. Like I to me, he looked no different than Adam Butler out there, in my opinion.
No. Well, and here's the thing. Are you willing to wrap up that much of your money in those spots? Because eventually all those guys are going to want to get paid. Eventually all those guys you're either going to have to trade. And are you getting premium guy? I feel like at that position, at number 6 to draft a defensive tackle, you better be drafting Reggie White. If you see Reggie White in that kid, then go on with your bad self, baby. Because if we got Reggie White, I'll shut my mouth and I just sit there and watch.
I agree with you on that. Yeah, but another reason why I say that is because you can never have enough fast defensive linemen in this league, especially with the players that we play against twice a year. Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, fucking Malbo Nix. Like we have guys we have to get after that can sling the ball. So I mean, I think the faster you are and the quicker you are on the defensive line, the more disruption we can make in the backfield. And I don't think you necessarily have to have elite cornerbacks if you have a great defensive line. You know what I mean? Because if you're pressuring the quarterback, your guys can stay. I believe that you can cover your guys. You can cover your zones. You can cover your man when you have pressure up front.
Pressure is a remedy for a lot of things. But here's the thing. It takes 11 guys to play defense.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
The backside needs to be able to at least maintain some sort of cohesion.
Oh, yeah, and I think we have those guys. I think we have those pieces.
When I look at that, I would tend to disagree. Hold on, and I will tell you like this. This is why Will Johnson would always also make some sense, even though he's injury prone, and I know we have a bad streak at corner. But just like Genty makes some sense on offense because we need a running back, right? And people will say, oh, don't draft a running back at that spot. Will Johnson is a better corner than anybody we have on the roster right now, except for maybe Ja'Cory Bennett. He will give us an upgrade at the corner position. Now, his longevity, his ability to cover at the professional level, I don't know. Now, when you look at that and you say, hey, our front side's already loaded. I mean, like, we're going to have a 3-man rotation at every position. And I can love Zeb. But to say I'm going to take on a guy with my first pick on any team has to be a starter at a position of need. And I don't feel like D-tackle or defensive line is a position of need for the Raiders at the moment. And that's just the truth.
I just feel the teams that do well in the draft are the teams that they have their draft board and they draft best player available. They don't draft
BPA.
For need. They draft best player available.
BPA.
So whatever their board is, I think that's where they go at 6. Like I said, there's so many directions to go.
Exactly, dude. There's so many ways we could go. Like I'm just biased towards us getting corners at that early. I think we do better with corners in the second and third rounds. In my opinion, I mean, we didn't pick Ja'Cory Bennett in the first round, and he's the best one we got on the field right now. So
I would like to note that the Raiders were actually awarded 2 additional compensatory picks in the 6th round. Now, I would like the idea of picking up some more defensive line depth in that 6th round. That I can get behind.
Yeah.
I could see that. And I'd be like, guys, again, all these positions that we are talking about, running back, deep in the draft. Linebacker, deep in the draft. Defensive line, it's deep. The only position that was really not deep in this draft
It's quarterback.
was the Cadillac riding, Rolex wearing, freaking pimp hat riding, Shedeur Sanders position, QB, and that's why you got about 7 or 8 QBs this year, and everybody's talking about it. But guys, what I want you guys to do is like, share, subscribe. Make sure that you hit us up with your comments. Let us know what you guys think. Hey, guys, it's all about one nation. It's all about one team. It's all about the
Raiders.
Yeah.
All right, fam.